Morning, 27th of May, it's Wednesday 2020, and I had my third chemotherapy treatment at the hospital here in Norwich yesterday, which was fine. So that's my third. I was really told that I was going to have 4 treatments, 2 cycles over a period of 2 months. The hemotherapist, hematologist, he came to see me as they always do when you're having treatment, and he told me something which I kind of expected in a way. They said it may be 2 months or 3 months. Well, it's going to be 3 months. What they're planning to do is to do the next one in 2 weeks, which would be my 4th one, and then have 1 month of another fresh cycle of kind of lower density intensive chemo. So it won't be as strong as the first 2 cycles. So oh my god, I thought, I was looking forward to getting out probably and getting this finished the end of June, but it's now going to be end of July. And I said to him, I really do need to know this for a mental preparation, because I've obviously been in lockdown like most people, and I didn't go out too much before getting the treatment. And I've now had I've had 4 weeks, and I was expecting just another 4 weeks, but no, it's going to be 8 weeks. So the way I've looked at it is trying to be positive, which is what my whole attitude is about basically, is to say, well, okay, I've got another 2 months, but look at it this way, I've got 6 treatments and I've had 3, so I'm halfway there. If I focus on the number of weeks I've got left, I've just had what have I had, 25%. I'm not there yet. So if I say to myself, well, I've got 6 treatments and I've done 3, I'm halfway. So it's a very, I think we all have to be strong in these situations, because some people have much longer periods of chemotherapy or radiotherapy, and yeah, it can be really difficult, especially when you have a very low white cell blood count. It's quite dangerous to go outside just in case somebody coughs in your face. Even when I get finished my chemo, when I get all clear, which I'm expecting, the hematologist said, well, you're still going to be at risk. I still need to be very careful when I go out. Don't mix in big groups. And, I could be quite vulnerable for several months. I mean, as it is, this is the summertime in 2020. I'm not, I had no holidays planned anyway, because I had a big holiday in New Zealand early in the year. So yeah, I'm not planning to go anywhere, which is just as well, really, because I think I just need to enjoy life once the shops and the restaurants and the pubs eventually open, and I must keep myself safe even when this is over, because I'm still going to be vulnerable. And I hadn't really thought about that. No one ever said that to me. So, if you're having chemo or radiotherapy for a cancer like this, it's not just going to be finished when the chemo's finished. There's obviously monitoring and probably other tests in the future, but we are going to be vulnerable if we're with people with other illnesses that they could pass on to us. And again, I don't know what the time frame is, whether it's 6 months after chemo that you can mix more with people, I don't know. But my lifestyle, the way I'm planning my life this next 2 years, I don't really plan to mix with a lot of people, and I only really have 2 or 3 good friends here, so it's I think I can handle that okay. I'm expecting, my hair came out early last week, on 2 days, big chunks of it came out, and I actually thought of shaving it off, but I had a shower the next day, and basically it stayed like this with a little bit of hair coming out. So I haven't had the annoyance of hair falling out all over the place, which is really annoying, on the bed, on the floor, on the settee, on the worktops, everywhere. It just falls out. So I just basically pulled out what was loose, and I'm left with this at the moment. One of the drugs I had yesterday on the 2nd cycle was the red one. I don't know what it's called, but it's very prone to getting your hair out. So who knows, on my next video I might not have any hair. or I don't know. It's probably the least of my worries, and the fact that it's going slowly, I think psychologically you kind of get used to looking at yourself with less hair, and I've still got more hair than some people who don't have chemotherapy. So it's, you know, it's all relative. It's how we kind of perceive things. Now, the one thing I really do have to do, and I think it's something we all should do, especially with the lockdown, which is now easing in the UK, but it's a case of keeping fit. And I want to go out on a cycle ride, but I still think that's probably too much of a risk. Walking is out of the question. And the one thing I haven't been good at is self-discipline. I did do some yoga classes on YouTube, which are really good. And I thought, right, there's a 30-day program that this lady called Adrienne does, and she's really, really good. Gentle stretching, I feel really good after that. And I'm on number 7, and that was, you know, I should be on about 20. I just haven't had the desire and I don't know, I haven't just been focused enough. Now I really do need to get focused on my exercise, because exercise keeps us healthy, keeps us fit. And yes, I've got 5 floors and stairs I can go up and down, but when I do that, even now, I get out of breath because I'm so unfit compared with what I used to be doing. So I need to step up my exercise, and that's something I think we all need to do when we're in the lockdown situation, or if you're having chemo, radiotherapy, and we can't go out, we really do need to exercise. And I would recommend looking at YouTube, finding some exercises that you can do that suits your lifestyle. You know, to keep us going. And having said that, you know, I need to do it myself. I really do need to get back onto that, because I just don't like being unfit. I've always done fitness, you know, not to a great extent, but I've always tried to keep fit. And of course, the older you get, the harder it becomes to do that. So they gave me some sickness tablets, which they do all the time. They always say that 24 hours after your chemo you might feel sick, and to be honest, I think a little bit. In bed this morning I was feeling, I don't know, that I could be sick, but it wasn't really bad at all. So I've taken one of the tablets, and I take 2 of those a day for 3 days, and on the first month I hadn't had a problem. You know, sometimes you feel a little bit strange inside, but it's not bad. I think the main thing is still very much feeling tired. I expect to be completely wiped out maybe tonight or tomorrow, because that's what's happened before. After treatment, just wipes me out. And even 3 or 4 days ago, you know, I go to bed at, well, sometimes 9 or 10 or even sometimes 11 if I feel I'm you know, wide awake. And I went to bed about 10 on Saturday, and I woke up at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. My body was so heavy, my head and brain was just really switched off. It was a really good sleep. I could have probably slept longer. It screws up your next day. But yeah, the tiredness thing is definitely something that I think we all have to live with this. It doesn't affect me too bad, and the most important thing is that I think we all keep occupied. Every day is the same unless we make it different, and we have to make it different, and we have to make it interesting. So somewhere along the line, discover hobbies, do things differently, find things to learn online, whatever it might be to keep yourself occupied. If you don't normally do things, this is the time you really do need to do things. And you know, if not, every day is going to be the same. You're going to get really bored and probably get depressed. And I think you know, it helps divert your attentions from the chemo and the treatment and the cancer. It takes some of the worry away if you get involved in something. I mean, I do oil paintings, and I'm just starting another one now. So 2 or 3 hours a day I get involved, and I feel really good about it. You know, something that distracts me. So yeah, if you're having, or you're going to go through this, I hope my little video tips of what I'm going through, how I feel, I hope they help you. Yeah, 2 more months, and I hope in 1 month's time I'll have a scan, I'll know where we are, but they just want to take that little bit extra precaution and make it 2 months. So I missed this summer, but at least I'll be very excited to get out there in August and smell the flowers, really. Anyway, please subscribe for all updates and holiday reviews that are coming. As I went to New Zealand, I've still got more to come. But yeah, please subscribe and you get automatic notifications. All right, and take care if you're having any of this and it worries you. Try and be positive. you'll get through it. You'll be all right. I'll see you again soon.